दोस्तों हमें जो है सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज इंडियन मार्केट के पास है कि हमें चाइना से अगर compete करना है, हमें ग्लोबल मार्केट से compete करना है, तो हमें डेवलपमेंट साइकिल को कम करनी होगी। इस डेवलपमेंट साइकिल को कम करने के लिए नए नए टेक्नोलॉजीज़ का यूज़ करना होगा, नए नए सॉफ्टवेयर्स को, वर्चुअल सिमुलेशंस को, इंडियन ऑटोमोटिव मैन्युफैक्चरर्स को जो है ज़्यादा यूज़ करना होगा। दो कुछ कंपनियां ऐसी हैं जो इसको यूज़ कर रही हैं, बट आज की जो वीडियो है इसके अंदर मैं एक ऐसे सॉफ्टवेयर के बारे में बात करने वाला हूँ विच विल ट्रांसफॉर्म द इंडियन ऑटोमोटिव सेक्टर in the coming futures if they are using it, and coming future will see other companies also to come up with such softwares. So आज की जो वीडियो है ये जो है बेसिकली हम बात करने वाले हैं एक ऐसे रेवोल्यूशनाइज प्रोडक्ट के बारे में जो बेसिकली डसॉल्ट ने अभी लॉन्च किया है, एंड दिस प्रोडक्ट इज गोइंग टू change the automotive manufacturers, and we are going to see the change in the coming future from the Indian manufacturers as well. So आज जो है हम एक ऐसे ModSims करके एक सॉफ्टवेयर है जिसके बारे में हम बात करने वाले हैं, and why I think it's going to revolutionize the Indian automotive sector. I read about this software in detail. I read the different articles, seen some videos, and I think this is going to be a crazy product for an Indian market. So this product will basically help in reducing the current timeline. What we have is 4 to 5 years to just 18 to 24 months, and this is where we are having biggest issue for an Indian market, because the development cycle in India is 4 to 5 years because of the iterations, because of the feedbacks that goes again and again, and it keeps on moving between the design team and a CAE team. What we need to reduce it, because once a designer is designing something, engineering is a design team is doing something, it should go and basically give feedback in a real time. That's what ModSim is doing with their software. So this is basically a development phase that we are talking about first as of now. This is a traditional development challenge. This is a design phase where different components are being designed. Then this design, once it's done, is goes to handover team. This is basically a computer aided engineering team, CFD team, name whatever the testing that we need to do on the for the simulation and validation thing. Then again some feedback is given by CAE team, and because CAE team faces substantial backlog with complex simulation taking up to several months. Suppose for an example we are developing one product, name it X, and again company thought that with the X we need to launch Y, Z. So this X is only taking around say 2 years, and this Z is simultaneously going on. This first we need to complete this 2 year, then we'll take this up, then this will take 2 years, then after this we'll take it up, then this will take 2 years. Overall, for validation only, it will taking me around 6 years to launch 3 models. That's why in India we'll see that companies with the most product that they'll have is 12 to 14 model is the highest model as I can recall they have in their portfolio as of now, comparing the all minor changes and all these things. Then after that they give some feedback, and it again goes to for design modification. This design modification will another lengthy cycle, adding week or month to develop, because we cannot move ahead if they are not working fine in the fine for the market. That's where this simulation or this software things come into play, where we can leverage, if we can leverage the technology to reduce the timeline. That's what we need to do in the Indian market. So this ModSim, what they are doing is they're basically integrating the world of 3D design modeling and computer aided validation. And this they are basically doing it with this synchronous verification and validation of model, maturing the model at the same time. What they are doing is, suppose designer is developing some child part, some bracket. I'll just name it as bracket. Okay. That bracket is going again to CAE, then again it going to design team, again it will come to CAE, and they'll give the pass. Okay. So what we need to do is, basically once the bracket is being designed, the designer only will able to do some kind of simulation, and they'll get the basic feedback based on the previous IP issues, or you can say previous data what we have already inputted into the software. Based on that, they'll be able to make sure that your bracket what you're designing will be able to do some sort of engineering test to be qualified, because validation to be done. But if we can basically combine these things, design plus sim, if we can combine it, then we can reduce the time, because designing and simulations only take around, you can say, up 12 to, you can say, 14 to 15 months of time. After that it goes into again proto build takes some time, because you don't want to go into proto without having an confidence on your design. This is where we need to spend a large time on simulation, designing and everything. So what ModSim adoption, how it's basically going, it's basically being developed by Dassault. These are the two pioneers from where I got this, reading an article, got this image, then again go into searching and searching, then I found this article very interesting, and I'm presenting in front of you. I hope you have enjoyed this till here. Now we'll talk about who is basically adopting it. Their adopters are startup, their adopters are OEMs, their adopters are supply chain. If you're talking about this startup, Celestial is an e-mobility startup, which is a group of Moragappan group, where you must have heard about different organizations that they run. They are into tractor making, tractor making startup. I'll call this vehicle company. After that, there is River. River is basically a two-wheeler EV startup, where they're making different products, and I think they are getting a order, or they're getting a model shared with Yamaha. So if the Yamaha is sharing their model, and if they're getting their model to be launched as an EV product for Yamaha, I think nothing can beat it. Nothing can show that how good their product is, and what they're giving, and how much time they're giving for to their product while developing. And I must say their product is very good. Then we are talking about the legacy OEMs. Legacy OEMs like Mahindra is using it. Ashok Leyland is using it. Volvo Eicher is using it. And Mahindra also announced that cloud-based auto sims. Cloud-based auto sims basically reduce the overall load and storage of your computers. You can basically store it into a cloud. Whenever you want to access it, whoever want to access it within the organization, they can access it, and they can start working on it from anywhere around the globe. And they're basically started it from the 2003, and this is a cloud thing, but before this also they have started using it for the development cycle, and that's where we can see the products which is basically making headlines in the Indian market. Mahindra products are going crazy, talking about their EV, talking about their IC engine vehicles. They are going crazy in the market. The third adopters are the supply chain. Supply chain companies like Bosch, they are engineering company, and they need to make sure they are ahead of the time, they are ahead of the features that they can offer to their customers there, because car manufacturers or car OEMs will rely on their vendors. If their vendors are making new product, they're happy to adopt it. If they have confidence, vendor have a confidence, they'll surely adopt that product in their vehicle and will be able to see it. And the Bosch is one of the biggest suppliers of few of the major component that uses in the automotive vehicles, talking about engines, talking about ECU, talking about electronic, talking about mechanical. They are one of the, I'll say, suppliers for all the OEMs. Whosoever is making vehicle around the globe must be using Bosch products. इंडियन ऑटो मार्केट कॉन्टेक्स्ट के अगर मैं बारे में समझाऊं, तो अभी जो है हमारा मार्केट जो है वो कुछ 121 बिलियन डॉलर के आसपास होगा, 121.5 बिलियन. ये जो है 7.5 टाइम्स ग्रो करेगा. 7.5 टाइम्स का मतलब है 250 के आसपास जो है इसका ग्रोथ हमें जो है देखने को मिलेगा. 247.4 बिलियन डॉलर्स के आसपास ये मार्केट प्रोजेक्टेड है बाय 2033. You can say within next 7 to 8 years. And I'll say whatever the pace we are moving it, with the pace that we are moving it, this will be able to we will be able to achieve this target within 5 years. The kind of reluctance, the kind of dedication that an Indian automotive is showing, especially by the players like number 2 and 3, they are going crazy with features, they are going crazy with design. They are able to offer some of the market leading features within a reach of a person, or within the price point that a global player can't even think about it. And what next we are going to do is the biggest issue, whatever the money we are earning from an selling a car, but we are basically investing just 2 to 3% for an R&D, and where global players are investing around 12 to 5%. 12%, if you are investing in an R&D where you can see China is moving, we can see where Germans are, Japanese are. Their vehicles are phenomenal, reliable, phenomenal in design. China's are phenomenal in features. 3 different countries and 3 different key factors that we need to learn and adopt in the Indian market. Now, talking about the की बेनिफिट्स ऑफ ModSims, की बेनिफिट्स इज कि हम एक्सलरेट बहुत जल्दी कर सकते हैं हमारे प्रोडक्ट को, 4 से 5 साल जो लग रहे हैं 14 से 18 महीने 24 to 18 मंथ्स में जो हम कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं। 2 साल के अंदर जो है हम एक नया प्रोडक्ट लेके मार्केट में उतर सकते हैं विद द कॉन्फिडेंस दैट दिस विल बी एबल टू डू a justice to the market, and it will be creating a benchmark for the other companies. Democratizing the simulation means empowering designers to quickly validate component before final engineering. Enhance product quality, flaws minimizing, कोई भी कॉस्ट होगा उसको भी हम कम कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि जितनी जल्दी हम गलतियां पकड़ेंगे उसको सही करेंगे, इंजीनियरिंग अगर प्रोटो बनाने से पहले ही जो है हम उसके अंदर बहुत कुछ चीज़ें बचा सकते हैं। ग्रेट डिज़ाइन एक्सप्लोरेशन, और ज़्यादा पॉसिबिलिटीज़ क्रिएट कर सकते हैं। इंजीनियर्स को हम अलाउ कर सकते हैं कि दे कैन थिंक अबाउट द न्यू थिंग, थिंक अबाउट द फ्यूचर, बिकॉज उनके पास कोई बैकलॉग नहीं रहेगा। जब बैकलॉग नहीं रहता ना डिज़ाइनर्स के पास, इंजीनियर्स के पास, तो दे कैन थिंक अबाउट द फ्यूचर। सो प्रोएक्टिव डिज़ाइन अप्रोच देगा, शिफ्टिंग सिमुलेशन फ्रॉम corrective to generative, actively guides optimal design. So these kind of things can be seen with the help of an ModSims, where basically emphasizing more on using and utilizing the feedback from AI, ML. And one thing that we basically want to talk about, that big players, global big players like China, German, I think even till Japan will be using is digital twin. Virtual twin and AI integration is basically the key player that is going to key technology, I'll rather say key technology, which is going to revolutionize the Indian market. It will help in basically get a digital twin of whatever the product that we are basically want to launch, and this product will be able to get into the market very soon, and we'll be able to know how about this product, whatever the changes we want to do, whatever the simulation it's going through, different designs that we want to implement. All these kind of things we'll be able to do with the help of digital twin, virtual twin, because we are creating a physical twin into a computer, and we'll be able to play around all this kind of scenarios, environment scenarios. We'll be able to play around different kind of testing that we want to do. We'll be able to see how good or how it's going to look with the changes that we have in our mind, without going on a physical product. It will be ready on and paper, it will be ready on a screen, so that we can analyze it, and we can then move ahead in a force to make it accomplished and bring it to the market in within a year or so. Application beyond automotive designing. So we'll be able to basically do the regulation compliances. We'll be able to test on ADAS, EV. These are the compliance of the future, where government will be pushing OEMs to come up with the ADAS feature so that their vehicle is more safe. We are moving towards the safety. We are moving towards a generation where vehicle will be able to control on its own, and it will take you from point A to point B without even your interaction. You will be sitting, your vehicle will be moving. So in that scenario, regulations will be tight, and that regulations need to be followed. Virtually, we make sure that without investing much more into the creating scenarios physically around the globe or around the by the automotive manufacturers, we must make sure that we are able to test that product into the virtual reality or a virtual simulations, where making sure that once the product is going into the market or into the physical world, it's coming what we are thought of and what we are planning. अर्बन प्लानिंग भी जो है हम इसके साथ कर सकते हैं। अर्बन प्लानिंग जो है हमें लाइक अर्बन प्लानिंग वाइल सिमुलेटिंग कार, कैन मॉडल लॉजिस्टिक्स फ्लो एसेस एंड सिस्मिक रिलायंस इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर्स लाइक अर्बन प्लानिंग में भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं। पोस्ट इंसिडेंट एनालिसिस में भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं कि कोई हमें वर्चुअल इन्वायरमेंट क्रिएट कर सकते हैं, उस वर्चुअल इन्वायरमेंट के अंदर ये गाड़ी चलाना सेफ़ होगा, इस कंडीशन में गाड़ी विथस्टैंड कर पाएगी कि नहीं कर पाएगी, सारे रेगुलेशंस को फॉलो कर पाएगी कि नहीं कर पाएगी, और ये सब चीज़ें। फ्यूचर ट्रेंड्स की अगर मैं बात करूँ ऑटोमोटिव के अंदर, तो सस्टेनेबिलिटी जो है बहुत बड़ा फोकस रहने वाला है, एडास बहुत बड़ा फोकस रहने वाला है, एंड क्लाउड बेस्ड सोल्यूशन बहुत बड़ा फोकस होने वाला है, जिसमें जो है ModSim की वजह से जो डसॉल्ट का एक बहुत बड़ा प्रोडक्ट है वो जो है हमें और ज़्यादा यूज़ में देखने को मिलेगा। टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, आई एम नॉट प्रमोटिंग दिस, बट I read that article and I thought to an extent, to an automotive engineer, it must be compelling to know what we can do in the future, what can be done to reduce the timeline, because we all are into an automotive company where we want to really make sure that our company is best. So it's important for us to know what we can contribute with the knowledge, with the information. This is my part, where whatever I read, whatever I grasp, whatever I whatever the news come into my feed, I make sure that I will be able to share that news with all the peoples on my platform on the YouTube. And thank you for your support and everything. Keep liking it, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel, because we'll keep on moving with the new technology, and we'll be making some courses also in the future, and it will be absolutely free for everyone. Conclusion part. Conclusion is, because of this ModSim, you will be able to drastically accelerate development cycle, enhance vehicle quality, boost R&D, and tackle immense design next generation vehicle. This is where I want to end this video. Because of the use of AI, ML, and simulation product, we will be able to reduce the timeline, we will be able to reduce the things, but the thing is how fast we are adopting it. See, having information that something is going into the market is different, but adopting to it, making sure that I am the first one to take the action, is a different thing. That's what we need to learn from Tata and Mahindra. They are the first mover. We all know that vehicles are coming up with the DAS. We all know that there are different kind of features. We all know that features that we see in the global market, global trends, or you can say German vehicles or a Chinese manufactured vehicle. But who's bringing it first? There is a race between only two companies, Mahindra and Tata. They are fighting like a maniac, and they're building a product like best of the product that can be offered to an Indian market. They just need to work on reliability. Make sure whatever you are launching it with a full confidence that this product will not fail in anyhow condition of Indian conditions. Now making sure that product is well good, robust, and everything, but reliability is the thing that Indian consumer want. They don't want to go to service center again and again. And improve the service center facilities for your Indian customer, then you will see the jump in your sales. Why Maruti is one of the biggest player in India? That's I'll take just 2 minutes more. Why Maruti is biggest player? Because they have connectivity of all the service centers. They have good experience, cheaper parts, and reliability. You won't, if you are not messing up with the Maruti vehicles, your vehicle will not going to ditch you at any place or any time. Japanese, that's why I like Japanese vehicle. They are highly reliable product. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you learned something new, just share this video with your friends, family, whosoever in the automotive industry. We talk about the automotive industry in details. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. It will help us and it will motivate us to make such video more in the future. Thank you for watching this video, and have a great day.